In Rancho Mission Viejo, the thing that decides whether you still love your home in 2 years is not the upgrades list, it's where the lot sits. Most new Rienda homes sit flat and sit up close. This one sits up and sits open. Let's go tour. Here's why almost nobody gets this right. When you buy new construction in Rancho Mission Viejo, most of the decision happens inside a design center. Cabinet finishes, flooring, whether to extend the island, all of it feels enormous at the time. And the sales team does walk you out to your lot, but your lot is dirt, it's a stake in the ground and a number on a map, and the house next to you doesn't exist yet either. So you stand there nodding and you go back inside and spend the next 2 hours on countertops, because countertops are the only part of the decision you actually see. 2 years later, the finishes are just the finishes. The lot is still the lot. And I know I'm Dave Archuletta with the Archuletta team. I've helped over 600 families across Rancho Mission Viejo, and homes like this one in Rienda are exactly what I tell buyers to look for. The pocket park sits right off the side of the home, a few steps from the front door, and there's grass, a tree, a bench, and the hill sitting out past all of it. This is the kind of thing that doesn't make anybody's must-have list and ends up being the thing households use every single day. Coffee in the morning, somewhere to let the dog out that isn't a strip of sidewalk, room to be outside without getting in the car first. Most of Rienda is built to a density where green space is something you drive to, or at least walk a few blocks to reach. Having it directly adjacent to the lot is a different category of home, and it's not something a future homeowner can create. Kitchens get renovated, nobody adds a pocket park. 3-story floor plan here, so the ground floor is where you come in, clean entry, tile underfoot, somewhere to drop keys and shoes. Like most of the 3-story product in Rienda, the main living sits a floor above this, but before we head up, let me show you the garage right off the entry. Tandem layout, so the depth runs long instead of wide. That depth is the part that earns its keep. Bikes, beach gear, the overflow storage every home in Rienda needs, and most of them don't have anywhere to put. Direct access into the home too, so groceries never come in from the street. It's not the glamorous part of the tour, but it's the part everybody uses at least twice a day. All right, now let's head up to where the living space is. Real quick, if you like what you see, I do these Rancho Mission Viejo home tours 2 to 3 times a week, so hit the subscribe button for more Rancho Mission Viejo homes. Off the ground floor, the entire main level runs as one connected space. Kitchen, dining, and living, no chopped up rooms, no dark corners, just light. The layout is standard for the newer product in Rienda. The light coming into it is not, and that comes back to where the lot sits. Quick rundown before we keep going. This home is a Plan 2 in the Oasis neighborhood of Rienda in Rancho Mission Viejo, California. It has 2 bedrooms and 2.5 baths at 1,272 square feet. It was built by Lennar in 2022. The HOA dues are $246 per month and the sub association is $374 per month. Mello-Roos is about $58.40 per year. Let's head to the kitchen. The kitchen sits in the middle of the main level, connected to both the dining and the living, so cooking never puts you in another room from everyone else. The island is the anchor while seated along it, so whoever's cooking stays in the conversation. White shaker cabinets top and bottom, sage tile backsplash, a window over the sink instead of drywall, stainless appliances, gas cooktop, full oven below, dishwasher tucked into the island. At this square footage in Rienda, a galley against one wall is the norm. This isn't that, and it opens right into the dining space. The dining sits close enough to serve straight off the island with room for a real table without crowding the walkway. In a connected main level like this, that table ends up being where everyone lands. Dinners, game nights, the conversation that run long after the plates are cleared. The living space runs off the back of it all. This is the room you actually decompress in. It pulls its own light from the window and the slider, and nothing is walled off, so you're still in the conversation with the kitchen while you're sitting down. The slider steps out to a private balcony. Coffee here in the morning, or the door cracked on a good evening so the air moves through the whole level. At this square footage, a balcony off the main level is what keeps the room from feeling like the only place to be. Let's head upstairs to the bedrooms. The second bedroom is the one that has to earn its keep in a 2-bedroom home, and this one does. Real natural light, clean newer construction finish, and enough floor space to change roles as your situation does. Guests on the weekend, an office Monday through Friday, something else entirely 2 years from now. The full bath sits right off it, quartz counters, shaker vanity, subway tile surround, and a 2-bedroom plan at this square footage. A true second full bath is what separates a home that works for a household from one that only works for a single person. Before we get to the primary, the laundry is a dedicated closet on the bedroom level with full-size front loaders stacked to save the footprint. Baskets never travel between floors, which on the 3-story plan is the kind of thing you stop noticing and would immediately miss. The hallway built-ins are the other piece. A full bank of storage with a long counter on top. Storage is the one thing buyers assume they're trading away in a 2-bedroom, and here it's already solved. The primary is the room this floor is built around. Large window, real light, and enough floor space for a full bed, nightstands, and a dresser without the room working against you. It sits at the back of the home, which makes it the quiet corner of a 3-story plan. The in-suite runs clean and functional. Dual vanity with quartz counter so nobody is waiting on a sink at 7 in the morning. Separate walk-in shower, floor-to-ceiling subway tile, built-in niche, and a 2-bedroom at this square footage. A dual vanity is usually the first thing the plan gives up. This one didn't. The walk-in closet is a part people don't expect. Full hanging at 3 different spots on 2 levels, shelving already in. It holds 2 full wardrobes with room left over, which is not what a 2-bedroom plan at this footage normally delivers, and it's finished. Nobody moving in has to solve it. Let's head back downstairs and talk about the amenities. Real quick, if you want the address, the full details, or want to see this home in person, comment private tour below, and I'll personally reach out or call or text me at 949-550-2307. Rancho Mission Viejo runs on a network, not a single clubhouse. Pools and spas at Ranch Cove and Ranch Camp, fitness centers, miles of trails, parks, pickleball, tennis, and bocce, and residents get access across Sendero, Esencia, and Rienda, not just their own village. You're not buying one pool, you're buying all of it. Everything you'd use in a week sits inside a few minutes. Sendero Marketplace is about 6 minutes out with a full grocery and food. Los Patron Business Park is about 7 minutes away with a couple of good spots to eat and somewhere to go on a Friday night. Esencia K-8 is open in the village of Esencia, and the Rienda K-8 is under construction and set to open in the fall of 2027. In South Orange County, that kind of proximity is not the norm. Here's the part most buyers don't see until they've owned a few homes. On paper, Oasis Plan 2s look interchangeable. Same square footage, same layout, same builder, but the one sitting like this one, elevated, set back across the street instead of facing another front door, are a small share of the Plan 2s out here. That's the loop from the beginning. Up and open, not a view line on a spec sheet, just the fact that nobody is looking back at you. Finishes wash out. Every kitchen in Rienda will eventually get remodeled. Nobody moves their lot up the hill, and nobody pushes the home across the street back another 100 feet. So when a buyer is standing in this one and then standing in a Plan 2 wedged between its neighbors, they're not comparing the same home. They never were. You're not paying for something you could add later. You're buying the one part of the home that's already fixed. If this could be your next home in Rancho Mission Viejo, or you're looking for a similar home, comment private tour below and I'll personally reach out, or call or text me at 949-550-2307. If you're thinking about selling your home in Rancho Mission Viejo, an online estimate is not a strategy. The first 2 weeks on market, decide your final sale price. Tap the link below to set up a home selling game plan strategy meeting with me. I'm Dave Archuletta with the Archuletta team, #1 realtor in Rancho Mission Viejo. Subscribe for more Rancho Mission Viejo home tours and monthly R&V market updates. See you around the neighborhood.